In a previous video, I showed you guys how to code this expert advisor in MetaTrader line by line from scratch. This EA is for my opening range breakout strategy, which I'll talk about in a second. And the cool thing about it is that there's different settings I can change. So like I can try out different take profit ratios, or I can try different stop loss sizes, all that kind of stuff. But there is an improvement that I want to try and make to this strategy to see if I can get better entries. So very briefly, the strategy is an opening range breakout, and basically what it does is waits for the 9:30 candle, which is the market open, so that's this red candle here. It waits for that candle to fully close. Once it closes, I mark the high and the low, so that becomes my opening range, and then the EA just waits for a breakout outside of that range, either to the long side or to the short side. Importantly though, the breakout has to actually close outside the range, so like this candle here, it broke out and then it closed outside. So that is the entry trigger. So at that point, then I open a trade at the open of the next candle. The stop loss goes right in the bottom of the range. And then the take profit is 1.5 times the size of the stop loss. So in this one, you can see it actually went on for quite a while, over a few days, but eventually it hit its take profit a few days later here. But this trade example actually shows what it is that I want to try to improve. So you see here, the breakout candle is pretty big. And by the time I get into this trade, it's actually moved quite a decent amount from the range. So we started down here and then I had to wait until we get up here before I can enter the trade. So in this case, a lot of the move has already happened. And I think that's why it took quite a while before this trade actually hit the take profit target. So what I'd like to do is actually jump to a lower time frame. So right now on the 15-minute, that's where I look for my opening range. But as soon as that range is defined, I want to jump over to the 5-minute time frame. Here we can see my opening range again. So this time it's made up of 3 5-minute candles to make up that 15-minute range. But then look at the breakout. It actually happens on this green candle. The candle before broke out, but it closed back inside the range, so it doesn't count. But then the next one broke out and actually closed outside. So in this case, the entry would have been way closer. So it would have been here, stop loss still at the bottom of the range, take profit of 1.5 times, and it actually closes out on that same candle. So I basically hit my take profit on the entry candle. That obviously is not going to happen every single time. This is a nice example, but there will probably be other times where this gets me into a trade too early and I get caught in a bit of a fake breakout. But if I add this feature to my expert advisor, then I can backtest it and I can see if it improves the results or it doesn't. So that's the main change that I want to make, but there is another small one, which is that my ORB time here is a drop down and it allows me to change the time according to the broker's time. But the minimum that I've set it to is 12:30, which is 10:30 UK time. So if I wanted to use this on, say, the London Open as well as the New York Open, then I would need to go a lot further back. So I'm going to add more options here and I'm going to separate this into ORB hour and ORB minute. And those changes are actually fairly straightforward. I'm not going to run through all of the code, but just to show you what I did, I split the timestamp into 2 separate ones. So now I've got one for hours and one for a minute. So now you can see I've got these 2 separate drop downs. So I can say 16:30, that sets me back to my original time. But let's say I wanted to do an earlier breakout, then I could say 10 and 0. So the combinations here are a lot more and it's more flexible than before. But then the main change was that I separated my entry and my range into 2 separate inputs. So now my opening range, instead of being always on a 15-minute time frame, can actually be set to 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or even a 60-minute opening range. And then the entry itself can be on the 1 minute, 5 minute, or 15-minute time frames. And this is what it looks like in practice. I've got these 2 new inputs, and by default, what I had previously was everything on a 15-minute time frame. So this is what it would have looked like before. But now I can have my opening range on a 15-minute time frame. I can select different options, and then I can have my entries on the 5-minute, or even sharper, I can try and go for 1-minute entries. That's not necessarily going to give me better results. That could end up with more noise, but the option is there to backtest. So I'm not going to say which settings are necessarily the best because it doesn't really work like that. But I'll run a couple of backtests just to see if entering on a 5-minute time frame improves the results. So first, I'm going to run this with the entry and the range timeframes both at 15 minutes. That's the original rules of the strategy. That gives me a decent result. Final balance around 81,500, starting with 10,000. win rate of about 43.5%, 44% in both directions, long and short. So that's my baseline. But then I can retest this, keeping the range time frame as 15 minutes, but the entry time frame drops down to 5 minutes. And then I can see if that's better or worse. And that's definitely quite a bit better. The final balance comes out to around 120,000, starting from 10,000. The win rate is actually very similar to what I had before, but it seems to generate more profit. That's just a couple of settings though. In reality, there's loads of different combinations that could be made up from these different inputs. And that makes it really easy to quickly test out different ideas and different configurations just to see what works best. I'll leave a link for this below if you want to download it and run your own backtests. And if you have suggestions for other inputs that would be good to have in this EA, then let me know in the comments.